In this video, we're going to talk about lightsabers and Michael Eisner. I know, a really weird combination video today, but hey, we got a lot to discuss, so let's dive right in. Hey everybody, welcome aboard to another episode of Orange Grove 55. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in to today's episode. Okay, so in this video, it's going to be split up into like two parts. So the first topic is going to be these lightsabers. The lightsabers you can build over at Galaxy's Edge. There's been some controversy lately in regards to that whole situation. And we're going to talk about Michael Eisner's comments in regards to Bob Chapek as CEO. That one's a juicy one. But the first topic at hand today is going to be the lightsaber issue. So it's been reported. That when you build a lightsaber over at Galaxy's Edge, you no longer get that really nice carrying case, right? That you used to get before. Now you're basically handed a plastic bag. And fans are big mad over this. Oh man, this is the worst thing ever. This is a tragedy. Okay. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. That totally sucks. People spend a lot of money on these lightsabers, and then to kind of get just kind of handed a plastic bag, it does. It's a disappointment. It is. Okay. But I want to provide a little context, because recently I went through a situation with a family member and another company, and it reminded me very much of this lightsaber issue over at Disney. So I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with the brand Canada Goose. And Canada Goose, they're really quality, I would almost say high-end kind of product. And they sell like a lot of different stuff, like beanies, like big jackets, like real hardcore winter jackets, things like that. But the stuff that they produce is high quality. Okay. It's high quality, but it's also very expensive. A lot of these jackets that Canada Goose will sell will be upwards of like $900, $1,000 for these jackets. Okay. Now they're good quality, but they're definitely very, very pricey. A family member of mine recently bought one of these big jackets, and it cost her, I think, over $1,000. Okay. But for her, it was worth it. It was an investment because she gets cold very, very easily. So she thought it was a good investment. Cool. Right. So she ordered the Canada Goose jacket. It came in the mail without a dust bag. And for those of you not familiar what a dust bag is, basically you've seen them. It's like it's like a little bag. Basically, it zips up, and you can put your jacket in that little bag and zip it up, and you can hang it in your closet. Okay, it didn't come with a dust bag. Now she paid like over $1,000 for his jacket, so she was kind of disappointed that she didn't at least get a dust bag with her jacket. So what we did, we drove down to the Canada Goose store in Orange County, it's Costa Mesa, I believe. And they told her that they're not sending out dust bags right now with online orders because of supply chain issues. And they gave her a dust bag in the store for free. They just handed her one when we were there, but they're not sending them out online. Now, keep this in mind. When she ordered the jacket, over $1,000, she didn't get a discount because she didn't get the dust bag. Nothing. There was no acknowledgement, nothing. They just sent her the jacket with no dust bag. Okay. It wasn't until we went into the store physically that they told us what happened, and they gave us a free dust bag. This reminds me a lot of what's going on with the lightsabers over at Galaxy's Edge. There are supply chain issues that are preventing Disney from providing these lightsaber dust bags to customers. Okay. Now, look, I know there's a lot of content creators out there, a lot of Disney fans, that everything is pixie dust and happy place and magic and everything needs to be perfect. But the reality of the situation is we do live in the real world, and there are real world situations and real world problems and issues that occur that affect Disney. Supply chain is one that is really affecting Disney right now. And not just Disney, all these companies. Canada Goose, is a premium product, and they're going through the same thing, and they're handling it the same way Disney's handling it. They're not giving you a discount because you didn't get the dust bag. You just got to deal with it. Okay. These are real issues right now in our world, and a lot of these companies are just having to adapt to it. It really does suck. I understand the disappointment, but look, this is the reality we live in. This is the reality we live in. I'm certain that once the supply chain issues kind of resolve itself and improve, Disney will start to give out the nicer cases for those lightsabers. But until then, you're stuck with the plastic bag. Now, just be thankful that Disneyland is in Orange County, because if Disneyland was in Los Angeles County, they wouldn't even give you a plastic bag. I'm just kidding. But kind of true. I'm kidding, but it's kind of true. But anyway, I just want to look. The point of this is I just want to kind of address this, and that there are issues outside of bald man bad, Chapek bad guy. There's issues beyond that. And I know a lot of fans just like to blame Chapek for everything, but the issue is there is a real world problem right now with supply chain, and that's greatly affecting a lot of this stuff. And that includes the bags that you get, the carrying cases for these lightsabers. It does. And look, we're Disney fans. We love pixie dust. We love magic and Fantasyland, but we have to also live in the real world a little bit and understand that these issues do exist. So, hey, look, if you don't want a plastic bag with your lightsaber, well, don't buy one right now. Wait until you get the proper case with it. That's all I can say right now, because other companies are doing the same thing. Canada Goose is doing the same thing. It's happening everywhere, you guys. So just have a little patience. That's all I'm saying. All right. So that's the lightsaber issue. Now let's talk a little bit about Michael Eisner, former Disney CEO. So WDWNT reported this morning that Michael Eisner has some opinions, has some thoughts on Bob Chapek as CEO. I'm going to go ahead and, first of all, link it down below for the full article, but I'm going to just give you the clip right now. And it says here, in an interview with CNBC, Michael Eisner, former CEO of the Walt Disney Company, talked about Disney's switch from Bob Iger to Bob Chapek as CEO. He says, quote, "I am a big fan of Disney," end quote, Eisner said. Quote, "I am a fan of both Bobs. Yes, I hired him, Chapek. Is he the same executive as I am, or Bob Iger is, or anybody is? He is his own guy." Okay. He was very good at Disney when I was there. He took our home video business from a rental to a sell-through business. He was very risky. He did a very good job in the parks. I am a shareholder. I think he's doing very well, end quote. That was Michael Eisner. Now, this is hilarious to me in so many ways. Number one, that Disney fans are so nostalgic right now for Michael Eisner. I've seen a lot of Eisner love, because there's been a lot of time now that has passed since Michael Eisner was CEO, and you just see a lot of nostalgia for his era. So this whole thing about Eisner coming out and like not only supporting Bob Chapek, but like fucking like double downing on him, saying like, yeah, the guy you hate, I hired him. It's, for me, I think that's hilarious. I think it's absolutely hilarious. But look, in all seriousness, Michael Eisner is giving Bob Chapek, he's bullish. He's quite frankly bullish on Bob Chapek. He's saying that, yeah, he's not me. He's not Bob Iger. He's his own man. Okay. But he was very good at what he did when I worked with him as Disney CEO. In fact, not only did I work with him, not only do I support him, I hired him. Okay. So look, now we have two former Disney CEOs with Michael Eisner and Bob Iger, who both support Bob Chapek as CEO. Bob Iger hand selected, according to the Financial Times, hand selected Bob Chapek. Michael Eisner hired Bob Chapek. Look, I know fans don't like Bob Chapek. I know he's this mustache twirling villain. It's low hanging fruit to just blame Chapek for everything. But you can't deny that the people that worked the closest with him think he's competent enough for this job. Give the guy a little bit of time. The bulk of his tenure as CEO of Disney was basically keeping Disney afloat during the pandy. Let's see how he does once the pandy is starting to kind of get in the rear view, and he can actually kind of implement some policies and kind of it's not so much survival anymore. It's more about like actual like policy and trying to build up. Let's see how he does. He might totally fail. He might be fantastic. But Bob Iger seems to have confidence in him. He hand selected him, and Michael Eisner has confidence in him. Said he's his own guy, and that he not only supports him, but he fucking hired him. So I think that this bodes well for Bob Chapek. I think that we have to all give him time to do his job and see how he does. A lot of fans don't like Bob Chapek, and it's mostly the park fans that don't like Bob Chapek. I've noticed, I think a lot of other Disney fans that are like into the films and other stuff, they don't love the guy, but I see a lot more vitriol, a lot more hate for him in the park fandom, which is fine. But I think that we're just going to all have to give him a chance. And I know that's unpopular. I know a lot of fans don't want to do that, and that's fine. It's up to you. But I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to give him a chance to see how he does. So we'll see how it all pans out. But this is very interesting news from Michael Eisner, former Disney CEO. And we'll see how it all pans out. It's also very encouraging here that he said, and this might not be encouraging for a lot of people, but for me, when he said that the way that Chapek handled the home video thing, it was very risky. I actually like that. I like a Disney CEO who takes risks. One of the big issues I've had with Apple and Tim Cook is that Steve Jobs was also very risky. Now, I'm not saying that Chapek is on the same level as Steve Jobs. I'm not going to kid myself here. But in order to do usually the leaders that do the best are the ones who are willing to take risks. Tim Cook takes no risks. Okay. He's played it so safe with Apple to the point where it's like embarrassing, where it's like there's no innovation going on in the company anymore. It's either just like, we're going to make the iPad bigger, we're going to make it smaller, we're going to make it in rose gold or different colors. That's pretty much the extent of the Tim Cook legacy. And I'm glad that Bob Chapek is not Tim Cook and that he is willing to take risks and be bold with his decision making. I like that a lot. Now, with risks come potential of, the more risk, the more risk that you take, when you fail, it's a bigger issue, right? And that's a factor. But I do like, as a Disney CEO, you have to take risks. You have to be bold. Walt Disney did it. Bob Iger did it. Michael Eisner did it. A Disney CEO needs to be willing to take risks. And it seems like Bob Chapek is up to task on that. Anyway, I don't want to go on for too long. What do you guys think about Michael Eisner not only supporting Bob Chapek, but saying, yeah, I hired that guy. That's my guy. And what do you think about these lightsabers, about it being a supply chain issue, and that fans need to sort of understand that we live in the real world with real issues, and we just kind of have to understand this stuff? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I'm sure a lot of you disagree with me, but you know what? Even if you disagree with me, you have a home here on Orange Grove 55. I want to thank you guys so much. Lately, I've been getting a lot of comments from you guys, really supportive, and I love it. Thank you so, so much. But comment below whether you agree or disagree, and have a wonderful, wonderful day.